Hi, this is Craig Simpson, Director of Special Collections and Archives at San Jose State University. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to search for digital materials in our Special Collections and Archives digital collections. This tutorial complements my previous tutorials on how to search for books in our department through OneSearch, as well as how to search for collection contents in the Online Archive of California. We have approximately 250 total collections in our department. And of those, 28 of those collections so far have been either completely or partly digitized. So while you can search for materials in the search box on the King Library Digital Collections Gateway page, because that will also pull up materials from the Beethoven collection and the Steinbeck collection, we're going to focus for our intents and purposes here just digital surrogates that are part of SCNA. So clicking on that takes us to specifically a Special Collections and Archives search. And on the left side, you may also, if you choose, do a search in this field here, and you can also switch into Beethoven, Steinbeck, or all collections if you want. But because this is still very much a work in progress, and there are 28 total collections a little bit further down, I would recommend first coming down here and just spending a little bit of time seeing the digital collections that we have. So there's, for example, The Art of Protest, and these are in alphabetical order, by the way. There are posters from the Portuguese Revolution, Charles Burdick war posters, civil rights and campus protest, the Dr. Carl Duncan and Patricia Whiting collection, and then just kind of keep going down. There's Earth Day, Edith Harvey Heron, the Flaherty collection of Japanese internment records is a very large and very beneficial digital collection. And then further down, the Gerald French photographic collection, Irene Dallas Loyna's collection, Janet Gray Hayes, John C. Gordon photograph collection, San Francisco Earthquake photo album. We also have digital surrogates of the La Torre yearbooks and some student publications, South Asian collection, Suzanne B. Wilson digital collection, and the one that we're going to stop on and do a little bit of searching on as an example, which is the Ted Saul archive. One thing I should mention off the bat is in actual physical collections, you'll see a whole range of different types of materials: correspondence, photographs, legal records, artwork, business records, and various ephemera. In digital collections, you will find that most materials are going to be visual, and thus the majority of the materials that have been digitized are photographs. This is certainly the case with the Ted Saul archives, as we will see right here. The, the Ted Saul archives is an umbrella term for two Ted Saul collections that we have. One of them is called the Ted Saul Gay and Lesbian Archives, and then the other one is called the Ted Saul Social Justice Collection. And you may find images from both of these when you do a search here in the digital collection. So right away, we have, as we scroll down here, some images that immediately come up, and we're not going to go through all of these. But what I wanted to show you is that there are 1,256 digital objects, materials that have been digitized. I'm certain it is not the entire Ted Saul archive. If you look at the physical collections, they are enormous, but this probably is one of our largest, if not the largest, digital collection that we have. And on the left side of the page, much like your filters on OneSearch, we have ways that you can narrow down your search. You can narrow it down by date. You can narrow it down by collections if more than one come up when you do a search, or you can narrow it down by subject that we see here. And there's even some more specific subjects as we go a little bit further down, such as individuals here. If you wanted to look up photographs for Wigsy Sivertson, you can do so there. And then some object types if there was anything other than photographic prints. Let's look up gay culture, again, just as an example. That brings up 546 different images. And the first one that comes up here is called Activists Watching Election Results. We click on that, and that takes us to the actual photo, an actual digitized photo, I should say, moving beyond the thumbnail that we saw initially. And it gives you some helpful metadata down here: the title, the name, a brief description, and then a larger note that gives a little bit of context, as well, again, as some subject headings that may be useful too if you wanted to continue your search. And some of this is really for our purposes, but the file name in particular, as well as what may be useful for both us as well as patrons, is the date in which it was taken, 1986. And it even gives you the location in case you wanted to see the original physical photograph of this image. It's located in box 8, folder 17. So this is a JPEG. If, say, for example, you wanted a TIFF of this image for a publication, you can contact us and we can make a TIFF for you. In fact, we may already have TIFF images of this and many, many other of our digital surrogates that we can produce for you if you would like. So that is pretty much it, other than just kind of showing you how to download, which should be pretty self-explanatory. You just download the image as we see here, and it will do that for you. So I'm not going to do that now. But that concludes just one example of many different ways that you can search for digital images in special collections and archives. And I hope this has been useful. Thank you.